Now on Tech Tonight, a South Main hotspot suddenly closes its doors.
And hundreds come to hear the story of a Holocaust survivor. Those stories and more, next.
Welcome to Tech Tonight. I'm Claire Rigney.
And I'm Alexis Layana. On Tuesday, the company that owns First and Main Shopping Center in Blacksburg announced that it has cut ties with Frank Cinnabon and Grill. The company stated that the closing was due to Frank Theater's inability to meet the lease obligations. Blacksburg APF Partners has initiated legal proceedings against Frank Theaters, but has so far not commented on the nature of the legal actions. The property manager for Blacksburg APF Partners said in a statement that they have, quote, every intention of reopening with a new tenant in the very near future, end quote. The Cinnabon opened on South Main Street around 2 years ago. The facility featuring an IMAX theater, bowling alleys, a bar, and a restaurant.
With Earth Day approaching, an annual celebration looked to promote a more sustainable lifestyle. Last week, the Environmental Coalition, an organization of over 600 members, held a series of events on campus leading up to Earth Day. The group started this week off with Clean Energy Day, hosting Students for Sustainable Practices Solar Fest, and encouraging students to bike to campus. Tuesday, or Community Day, was spent reaching out to local officials, including environmental coalitions, the Office of Sustainability, and the NRV Plant Society. Wednesday was spent tasting some sustainable foods with free education about healthier and friendlier food alternatives, bug eating, and superfoods. The annual campus-wide tree planting took place on Thursday as a part of Nature and Conservation Day, and on Friday, the VTSGA promoted the Climate March as a part of Social Justice Day. The Environmental Coalition is a group on campus that advocates for a sustainable future. The club works toward uniting, educating, and motivating community members concerned with environmental thoughtfulness. After a trend of constant rain, the sky finally started to open up this week. Can we expect more sun in the next few days?
Chief Meteorologist Catherine Maxwell has a look into your forecast. Catherine?
I'm VTTV Chief Meteorologist Catherine Maxwell, and this week was a rainy one. At least we can enjoy the sunshine some throughout the week. Not a lot, but some. All right, for this coming up week, we will be seeing some rain. It's not completely gone yet, like some may hope. The warm temperatures will still be lingering in the New River Valley. To change it up a bit, though, did you know that crickets can actually tell you what the temperature is outside? Now, this cool fact, it actually only works with temperatures that exceed 40 degrees, but how to calculate this, you can count how many chirps the cricket gives off in 14 seconds. After that, you will add 40 to the number of chirps, and that will give you the temperature. This is a cool fact you could show at like a barbecue or something this summer. Anyways, to get back to what is going on in the Blacksburg area, usually the Ohio Valley gives us their baggage of weather to our area, so the rain seen from the northwestern U.S. will be getting swept into our region, making the eastern portion of the United States a rainy one, which we are seeing on this map that the eastern portion of the U.S. all the way down to Atlanta and then ranging back up to D.C. is getting rain for tonight. A low of 65 degrees and calm winds reaching to 5 miles per hour, with skies being partly cloudy. The partly cloudy conditions will continue on for tomorrow with a high of 78. We could potentially see a stray shower or two. For our 5-day weather, the clouds are going to be hiding the sunshine and the whole week by having partly cloudy conditions with temperatures in the upper to mid 70s, except for today, where we saw a high of 87 degrees. The lows throughout the week won't get lower than 50 degrees, and the rainiest day this week will be Monday. That has an 80% chance of rain. That's all for your VTTV forecast. I'm Catherine Maxwell. Back to you guys.
Sometimes the best intentions still don't create change. A group of students learned that this past week after a petition to have a new cadet residence hall named after an April 16th victim was rejected by the university. Reporter Katie Magnet has more on the story.
After 3 Virginia Tech cadets started a petition asking the university to name the new cadet residence hall after Matthew Laporte, the only cadet killed in the April 16th shooting, the university announced it would not be granting the wishes of the 45,000 signatories. Recently, Virginia Tech released a statement saying it would not name its new cadet residence hall Laporte Hall, even after 45,000 people signed a petition asking the university to do so in remembrance of Matthew Laporte.
I don't think we're discounting what happened to anybody else by naming it after Matthew Laporte. He's the only person who's accounted with physically resisting against the shooter. He threw a desk at him and he charged the shooter. And Matthew Laporte was the last person killed in the shootings.
Tech spokeswoman Tracy Vosberg said in the statement, quote, "The university understands and respects the well-intentioned desire to name the new residence hall after Matthew Laporte. As we reflect on the observance of the 10th year since the April 16th tragedy, our thoughts are centered on the memories of each of the 32 lives lost on that day." End quote. However, some students say they are not satisfied with the university's response to the petition and hope they can work with Tech's administration to get them to reconsider the idea.
I mean, a lot of us were pretty upset about the whole thing because, something that we're really passionate about, and since trying to follow traditions of a lot of the buildings being named after heroes to the Corps, a lot of us were definitely upset about it.
Some students plan on writing emails and letters to President Sands to try and change the university's decision. But for now, the Residence Hall will have the placeholder name New Cadet Hall. Reporting from Lane Hall, Katie Magnet, Tech Tonight.
Although April 16th has come and gone, the memorial events have continued on campus. On Monday, Virginia Tech Chabad hosted Livia Librescu's son, Lionel, and Rabbi Nissen Mengel in the Moss Arts Center. Librescu was a community honors Virginia Tech professor who, despite having survived the Holocaust, perished on April 16, 2007. Rabbi Mengel is another Holocaust survivor. The date of the event held symbolic meaning. April 24th was the 10th Hebrew anniversary of Librescu's death. The event was also sponsored by the Jewish Student Union and the Judaic Studies Department.
A Virginia Tech student is selling a look filled with school spirit, Hokie Stone leggings. Senior Ty Morris created the look after seeing fans wearing Hokie Stone shirts at football games. Individuals can purchase their own pair by emailing Morris at limestoneleggings@gmail.com. They are $30 for the full yoga style and $25 for the capri look. Part of the sale goes towards Virginia Tech's Relay for Life. Coming up on entertainment news, the Corps of Cadets carries out a graduation tradition.
Plus, tons of tiny visitors came to Tech on Friday. We'll tell you why next.
Welcome to your entertainment news. I'm Melissa Cisneros.
And I'm Riley Wyatt. Today, the Corps of Cadets held a parade on the drill field in order to initiate the transition of command over from the class of 2017 to the class of 2018.
The cadets marched down from the upper quad, down past McBride and onto the drill field to face Burrs Hall. With graduation coming up in 2 weeks, the Corps held their own graduation ceremony during the parade to honor the senior class. A speaker came to commemorate the class of 2017, and the skipper cannon was fired 3 times, which of course led to the Heidi-Tidies playing Tech Triumph. The event was open to the public. Family and friends all gathered on the drill field to celebrate the Corps, their accomplishments, and watch as they take steps towards the future.
With the chilly temperatures finally falling to the wayside, the drill field is quickly becoming the center of campus activity. Virginia Tech Union took advantage of the warm temperatures and hosted a movie on the drill field this past Thursday. Hundreds came out to see Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone dance on the big screen. People camped out on the drill field with blankets and chairs to watch the free movie. This is not the first time the group has hosted movies on the drill field. They host a movie yearly to draw people out from their dorms and study spots to come together on the drill field.
You may have seen a lot more kiddos running around campus yesterday. The graduate school at Virginia Tech hosted Bring Your Child to School Day. Those with the graduate school who organized this event wanted students and faculty to encourage the inclusion of those who are building families while still striving to further their education. Many graduate students struggle with finding affordable childcare while paying for school and attending classes. The families as well as the VT community were invited to gather on the lawn of the Graduate Life Center for snacks and fun with the children. The graduate school also had many additional family-friendly spaces on campus that day as well.
A yearly event finds footing despite the rain. Reporter Taylor Kelso looks at how the International Street Fair spreads cultural awareness throughout conversation and food.
Many students and families gathered outside Squire Student Center for the International Street Fair. The Carnwell International Center and Council of International Student Organizations put on its 58th annual International Street Fair. Organizations set up tents to hand out food that best showcase their global representation, heritage, and traditions. Jenny Soto from the Latino Association Student Organization helped contribute to this event.
We do this every year, but this is my first year doing it because I'm a part of the organization this year. And this year we're bringing out some Central American food. Provided pupusas, which is like an El Salvadorian main dish, some arroz con leche, which is basically saying like a rice pudding, but it has a different kick to it because it's made from like the Latino culture, and agua de Jamaica, which is a drink. Okay. This organization. The weather is kind of a bit downer to this year. Last year was very bright and sunny, but hopefully next year will be another like good year.
Reporting from Squire Student Center, I'm Taylor Kelso from Tech Tonight.
One of Blacksburg's most anticipated events is being held Saturday. The Blacksburg Partnership hosts the annual Fork and Cork in its downtown. Hundreds packed the Corporate Research Center in Blacksburg to get a taste of the wine, food, and art the area has to offer. More than 20 wineries in the area come out to show off their best. Participants are able to take their own wine glass home with them to celebrate the occasion. The day includes musical guests like Samix and Stone Canyon to provide entertainment throughout the event. The partnership also hosts other local events including Brewdoo and the Virginia Cheese Festival. This is the 9th year the partnership has hosted the event. Coming up in your Hokie sports news, Virginia Tech Wrestling received more national accolades.
Plus, Hokies battle each other in the annual spring game. See which side came out on top next.
Welcome to your Hokie Sports News. I'm Connor Doherty.
And I'm Billy Parvitam. The rain on Saturday didn't stop the Hokie faithful from coming to Lane Stadium for the annual spring game, the second of the Justin Fuente era. After a successful last season, the fan base was excited to see what the future has in store in Blacksburg, and they were not disappointed. The format for the game centered around an inter-squad scrimmage. The offense received points for touchdowns, field goals, and extra points, while the defense received points for turnovers, 3 and outs, and defensive stops. The offense edged the defense 20-18. One of the biggest questions surrounding the game was who would fill in the void at quarterback left behind by Gerard Evans. Fuente rotated in 3 quarterbacks with Josh Jackson, A.J. Bush, and Herndon Hooker. Hooker led the trio with 113 yards and a touchdown pass. Brandon Faison added an interception on defense while Joey Sly hit 2 long field goals from 50 yards or more. The Hokies opened up the season on September 3rd against West Virginia at FedEx Field. Their first home game at Lane Stadium will be on September 9th against Delaware. Other highlights at Lane next season included the defending champion Clemson Tigers on September 30th and the Tar Heels for homecoming on October 21st.
7 Hokie wrestlers earned spots on the 2017 Vassad All-State team, while head coach Tony Roby and Kevin Dresser shared Coach of the Year laurels. The organization announced this accomplishment late last week. Virginia had a pair of first-team picks in Jack Laurel and George DiCamillo, while Washington Lee University and Old Dominion University had 1 each. 5 of the 7 selected Hokies have earned All-American honors at the NCAA championships in St. Louis, and 6 won ACC titles. Dance, Chisco, Hott, and Waltz were the only Hokies to accomplish both in 2017. Vassad names 27 All-State teams in 15 sports each year, as well as an academic All-State squad and an All-Sports champion in both the university and college divisions. Membership to Vassad is open to all media relations professionals working at a university or conference in the state of Virginia.
This past weekend, Hokie baseball came on the home field looking to improve on their overall winning record against ACC foe Georgia Tech. The Hokies had been coming into ACC play on a high note after salvaging a win the previous weekend against UVA. Unfortunately, the Yellow Jackets were able to take 2 out of 3 games from the Hokies to win the series. Friday was a doubleheader between both teams. The Hokies started out strong in Game 1 with a 1-0 lead courtesy of a double by Tom Stoffel. But it was all Georgia Tech from there as they scored 7 unanswered runs to eventually win 13-3. Virginia Tech struggled at the plate, leaving 11 runners on base. Game 2 saw the Yellow Jackets get out to an early lead courtesy of a 2-run homer. However, this time Virginia Tech's bats came alive as Tom Stoffel, Nick Anderson, and Joe Friday all contributed RBIs in the 4th. Raheem Cooper also added 2 hits and 2 RBIs as Tech pulled away to win 8-4. Game 3 saw a close one throughout, with both teams putting together a 3-run 3rd inning. The Yellow Jackets, however, were able to score 2 more runs in the 5th to make the difference. Nick Anderson led the way with 2 hits, and Packy Naughton pitched 4.2 innings of relief in the Hokies' losing effort. With the weekend's results, Virginia Tech drops to 20-22 overall, including 8-13 in the ACC. The Hokies have 2 series in the ACC remaining, traveling to NC State and facing North Carolina at home to end the season.
The Virginia Tech men's golf team posted a 29 over 893 and finished in 9th place at the 2017 ACC Men's Golf Championship last Saturday evening. The 2-day event was played at the Par 72, 6,951-yard Musgrove Mill Golf Club in Clinton, South Carolina. Tech shot at 294 in Friday's first round. In Saturday morning's second round, the Hokies shot at 297 and closed with a 302 in Saturday's afternoon session. The tournament, originally scheduled for 3 days, was condensed to 2 days with the threat of inclement weather on Sunday. The teams played 36 holes on Saturday. Logan Yates, a sophomore from Ruckersville, Virginia, led the Hokies with a 4 over 220 and tied for 22nd place. He finished 9 strokes behind co-medalist Bryson Nimmer of Clemson, Jimmy Stanger of Virginia, Ben Griffin of North Carolina, and Paul McBride of West Virginia. Stanger won the playoff to earn the NCAA automatic qualifier to the NCAA tournament. Tech will now await the NCAA selection show on May 4th to see if any of the Hokies are selected as individual competitors in the NCAA championship.
Coming up, we'll have a final look at your forecast from Chief Meteorologist Catherine Maxwell.
Stay tuned.
I'm VTTV meteorologist Catherine Maxwell right outside of Torgerson Bridge, and it is a beautiful Saturday right now. It's going to reach a high of 87 degrees at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. But until then, for this coming on week, we will still be seeing those 80-degree temperatures except for Monday. The sunshine is going to way down, and we are going to be seeing thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon time frames. That will be going on until probably about midnight on Monday. And for this coming up week, we will be still seeing the temperature ranges in the lower 80 degrees, so sunshine will still be possible, but very cloudy for this week. I'm meteorologist Catherine Maxwell. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time.